So you're in a pretty good spot, a really good spot, actually. You've got the powerhouse Mac Studio and the star of the show, the Apple Pro Display XDR. But you're looking around and you're thinking, this can be more. You're ready to build the ultimate command center.
And that's the big question, isn't it? You already own one of the best reference monitors on the planet. So what's next? This isn't just about adding more screens to get more space. It's about making smart, strategic additions. It's about architecture. Okay, let's get into it.
First things first, we need to think about your Pro Display XDR a little differently. It's not just another monitor in the setup. It's the foundation. It's the anchor for everything else we're about to do. Its one and only job is to be your ground truth. With that insane 6K panel, that 218 pixels per inch density, and the incredibly complex mini LED backlight, this is your absolute unwavering point of reference for any color-critical work. Photo editing, video grading, design. If it has to be perfect, it happens on this screen, period. But, and this is a big but, it has one key limitation in today's world, a 60 Hz refresh rate. Now, for its main job, that's totally fine, but it just can't deliver that buttery smooth motion we all know and love now. And that technological boundary, well, that's what defines the mission for the rest of our setup. So, like I said, we're not just plugging in more monitors. We're building a system. We're architecting a setup based on this idea of tri-technology synergy. The whole goal is to have 3 different types of displays, each one doing a very specific job, creating a whole that is way, way better than just the sum of its parts.
And here's the game plan. We have our reference anchor, that's the XDR. Next, we're going to add a Vanguard display, that's to push the limits. And finally, a productivity pillar, which is all about workflow. Let me break down what these really mean.
Okay, the Vanguard display, its mission is to be everything the XDR isn't. We're talking a whole different tech. Its job is to bring that super immersive, high contrast, high motion experience to the desk. This is your wow monitor. This is for the experience.
And then we've got the productivity pillar. This thing has one job and one job only: pure, hardcore workflow efficiency. We're talking about coding, reading documents, anything with a lot of text. It's going to be set up vertically, optimized for razor-sharp text and all-day comfort. This is your specialized workhorse. All right, let's tackle our first big decision, picking that Vanguard display. And this is more than just picking a model number. It's about picking a philosophy. It's about deciding what cutting edge actually means for you and how you work. You've basically got 3 ways you can go. You can go for ultimate immersion with a massive super ultra wide like the Samsung Neo G9. It's literally like having 2 4K screens glued together. Or you could go for optimal productivity with a big 40-inch 5K 2K monitor. Or you could go for peak performance, which is all about getting the absolute best panel technology for motion and contrast, something like a 4K QD-OLED. For our mission here, peak performance really delivers on bringing in a new kind of experience. But before we lock that in, there's a magic number every Mac user needs to know.
And that number is about 140 pixels per inch. For Mac users with non-Apple displays, this is the absolute sweet spot. It's dense enough to give you incredibly sharp text, but it avoids all those weird scaling headaches you can get with other resolutions. The Neo G9 and the MSI OLED hit this, and so does the Dell 5K 2K, actually. So which one really gives us that experiential jump? You know, for the Vanguard role, the answer is just crystal clear. If you want a visual experience that is fundamentally different from the Pro Display XDR, one that's built on perfect blacks, infinite contrast, and world-class motion, Quantum.OLED is the only way to go. It's not just a spec bump, it's a completely different feeling. So, our recommendation is the MSI MPG 321URX. Its 32-inch 4K QD-OLED panel hits that perfect 140 ppi mark, the 240 Hz refresh rate, and basically instant response time. I mean, the motion clarity is just on another planet. And notice that it has a glossy panel, just like your XDR, that makes the contrast feel even deeper and makes the colors just pop off the screen. It is the perfect technological partner. Okay. Vanguard is locked in. Next up, it's time to forge our productivity pillar. This is the tool with a single, laser-focused mission, mastering that vertical workspace for writing and reading code. This right here, this is the whole promise of a vertical monitor. Imagine seeing huge chunks of code all at once, in context. You scroll less, you lose your place less. It sounds small, but it fundamentally changes how you interact with your work. It's a game changer. Now, there are some cool, specialized monitors out there, like the LG DualUp.
It's a very clever idea. But for a Mac user, the single most important thing for a coding monitor is pixel density. And that's where the choice gets really easy. The DualUp's 140 ppi is good, it's fine. But a 27-inch 4K screen like this Dell hits 163 ppi. On macOS, the difference in how sharp that text looks is huge. It's night and day, especially for reducing eye strain. So the definitive pick here is the Dell UltraSharp U2723QE. That 163 ppi gives you the best possible text clarity. It's also got this IPS black technology, which gives you double the contrast of a normal IPS panel, so the code just pops. Turn it on its side, and you've got a massive 3840 vertical pixels to work with. And on top of all that, it's the ultimate hub with a KVM switch, power delivery, and even an Ethernet port. It's the perfect specialized tool that also just happens to be a fantastic all-around 4K monitor.
And with that, all the pieces are on the board, we've chosen our vanguard, we've forged our pillar. So let's step back and look at the final fully assembled command center. And here it is, a purpose-built tri-technology setup. You've got the Pro Display XDR for dead-accurate reference work. You've got the MSI QD-OLED for that immersive high-speed gaming and media experience. And you've got the Dell IPS Black monitor as your vertical productivity workhorse. And that's the whole philosophy right there. This isn't about having 3 screens that all kind of do the same thing. It's about having 3 specialized instruments that work together in harmony. Each display is the absolute best tool for its specific defined role. There are no compromises and no wasted space. So, the research is done, the architecture is designed, your command center is built and ready to go. The only question left is, what are you going to create with it?